So, hello everyone, and I welcome you all to APJ Academy, where we are nurturing the young minds to become doctors of India, best doctors from rural India, from urban India. So, in today's class, we are going to start electrostatic. Electrostatic. The word itself tells us that what we have to study in this topic. So, is there anyone who can tell us that what we will study in the electrostatic? Almost 1 to 2 months you must have started studying for electrostatic for class 12th. This is very important for your NEET for class 12th board exam. In electrostatic, basically we will discuss concepts when the charges are at rest, and when the charges are at rest, the charges produce electric field, and due to that electric field, if some other charge come into that field, that charges will experience forces. So we will complete, if everything fine, we will complete all these important concepts in this video only. And I'm happy to announce that now APJ Academy is having India's best JEE and NEET faculties with us. You do not have to take tension for your NEET exam preparation. Just you have to join our ALT NEET Telegram channel, where you will get the PDF materials of all the classes which we are taking. Also, you are getting the notification of the live classes which we are conducting, just like this is the live class, and the announcement which we are making, the discount and prices. Currently, one discount is going on, and this discount is not like previous discount which we were giving for our students. This is enormous. Why? Because now you can get access to our course at ₹490 only. Right now, see that APJ Academy is launching its full year course. The complete full year course now you are getting at ₹490. We will talk about this in detail. जैसे जैसे क्लास बढ़ेगी आगे, तब मैं इसके बारे में आपको बताऊंगा. But now, if your dream is to crack JEE and NEET exam, and you want personal attention, because if अगर आप गए भैया भीड़ में तो रह जाओगे भीड़. आपको तो अलग बनना है, तभी तो आप जेई और नीट की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं. Otherwise you will be preparing for your school exam, isn't it? So if you are preparing for JEE and NEET, come and feel the difference. If you are joining, use this code 490. And myself, Manoj Kumar, I am physics faculty on APJ Academy. I'll be covering all your topic for your NEET exam. Previously, I was associated with renowned institutes online and offline, and now I am here with APJ Academy and helping you all to crack the toughest exam, which is NEET. So that's all introduction, and let's start and begin our journey. Let's begin our journey for electric charges and field. This is chapter number 1. This is chapter number 1 of class 12. If you are following NCERT, this is NCERT chapter 1. Right? This is NCERT chapter 1 for class 12th. Now I'll start from very basic things. If you haven't learned anything in class 11, do not take any tension, because what we are going to do here is we have to study electric charges and field, and there is no prerequisite required for physics subject. So let's begin our journey. If I'll say you that how scientists work, then you can say that scientists usually have a very great power through which they work, and the power what scientists possess is the power of observation. So everything in science starts with the very basic thing, which is known as observation. So scientists observe multiple things in the universe, and they identified that everything in this universe is made up of only two things. First one is the matter, and the second thing is the energy. right? We will not be talking about antimatter and all those things which are not in our syllabus. So I can say that this universe is having only two things. First one is the matter and the second one is the energy. So if I'll talk about, and I'll limit myself to the matter only for this section of the class, so I can say that matter is basically made up of atoms, or you can say that matter is basically formed from elements. Right? From elements we can make compounds and other things that we all know, but matter is made up of atoms. An atom is made up of three subatomic particles, which is protons, electron, and neutron. So atom is made up of protons, electrons, and neutrons. Yes, sir. This we already know, but why we are studying this in electric charges and field? Some of you might ask this question. Why we are studying this thing? Because we are just analyzing that what is in the nature. So we find out the nature is made up of atoms, and atoms consist of these three subatomic particles, because these are the only particles which are in our syllabus, and other particles we do not talk about. And also, you know that the mass of proton, from your previous knowledge of structure of atom that you have studied in your chemistry class 11th, so the mass of proton is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg, and the mass of electron is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Oh, this is 9.1. This is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Okay. This is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. And the mass of neutron is same as that of the mass of proton. So I can just copy this mass. I'll paste here. This is my mass of neutron. If something exists, there must be some mass associated with that thing, right? So masses of these three particles are this thing, and the charges on these particles, the charges on this particle, I can say that the proton is having positive charge, and this is the most fundamental charge which we are having. So all other charges will be in the multiple of the charges which proton is carrying. If I talk about the positive charge, then those positive charge will be in the multiple of this charge only. I'll talk about the value of this charge later on. The charge on electron is negative, and there is no charge. There is no charge on neutron. और जिस पे कोई चार्ज नहीं उसकी कोई बात नहीं है ना. We will not talk about the things that do not have any charge. So we will not talk about the neutrons in our complete syllabus until we reach our chapter, which is nuclei. Till then, we are just focusing on protons and electrons only. And wherever you find neutron, it do not experience any electric field, it do not experience any magnetic field. Yeah, it may experience gravitational field due to its mass. So in class 12th or in our NEET exam, we are not talking about those things, isn't it? Let's move forward, and now let's talk about the charges, what they are having, what they are possessing, the value of the charges they are having. So the value of the charges, the proton charge, I'm talking about the magnitude of the charge. So I'm talking about the magnitude of charge, what they are having. So this charge is having 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. This is having minus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Right? Both these are having same magnitude, and यहाँ पे तो कोई charge है ही नहीं. There is no charge here, so we will not talk about anything here. So this is the complete story what I am telling you, that complete universe, when the scientists observe one thing, that each and everything in this universe is made up of atoms, and other thing is energy. Here for our course, the only thing that matters to us is the matter. So this matter is made up of atoms. Atoms or element are same things, and these atoms are made up of 3 subatomic particles. And proton, the mass of proton is mp 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and the mass of neutron is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg, right? So the mass of electron is the least, so it will experience the more acceleration. If we are applying same force to the protons and electrons, it will experience more acceleration. Why? Because force is equals to mass into acceleration. And if I talk about acceleration, even if the forces will be same on protons and electrons due to the charges which we are going to study, the acceleration will be different, right? So keep a note of this thing, then we will move forward. So I get to know that there is already charge present in the mass, isn't it? If I'll talk about a carbon atom, I'll take a carbon isotope C12. So I can write this as C612, right? And the number of protons it is having is 6. Number of electrons which is here is 6. The number of neutrons it is having a 6. So everything is 6, 6, 6, 6. That's why carbon is very special, right? So everything is 6, 6, 6, 6. Carbon is very special. So when the carbon is very special, कार्बन जो है वो वेरी स्पेशल हमारे पास क्या है, एक एटम है. एंड इफ एनीवन आस्क यू दैट व्हाट इज द पॉजिटिव चार्ज possessed by the carbon, then you can say that the positive charge in the carbon is p times, right, 6 times of p. When 6 proton is there, so the 6 p charges will be there, 6, and the charge on one proton is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So the charges will be, you have to multiply this 16 into 6, that will be 9.6. So I'll multiply for you. 6 6 are 36, 6 9.6. So that's what I told you. So this is the positive charge possessed by the carbon. This is the positive charge possessed by the carbon itself. And how much negative charge it possesses? Same, sir. The negative charges will be same, isn't it? The negative charge will be same, 6e, same as positive charge. That's why we'll say that the carbon is in neutral form, isn't it? Let's move forward and let's talk about something special. Take a screenshot of this because this is very important for you, and I'll be on this page only. So next, write down charge. So you are talking about charge, but you haven't discussed that what is charge. What is charge, sir? Basically, charge is a fundamental property. This is a fundamental property Oh no, Siri, thank you. Actually, whatever I'm saying, Siri is very cautious and listening each and every word whatever I am speaking, and she is also giving a reply, but you are not giving reply. Please do let me know if you have any doubt. So charges are fundamental properties of matter. So these are fundamental property of matter due to which it experiences a an electric and magnetic effects. So basically, charge is a fundamental property of matter. Matter already has charge, right? We already seen that all masses will have charge. Already, but we generally use this word only when this is having a net charge. So all masses will not have net charge, right? I can say that generally we talk about only the net charge. So I can say that mass can exist without charge, but charges will not exist without charge. Generally, whenever we talk about charges, we are talking about the differences in the positive and negative charges only. Because if we will talk about the charge and I'll say that this is having its positive charge and this is having its negative charge, and these positive and negative charges will cancel out each other. So that makes things confusing, isn't it? It creates a very great confusion in the minds of learner as well as the mind of teachers, that when we have to consider that the body is having charge, or when we will be saying that the body is not having charge. So we are coming up with one concept, and there is concise. This is concise, that we will talk only about charges when there is net charge, right? So I am saying that mass can exist without charge, but charges cannot exist without mass, right? If something is having a charge, it must be having mass. So if something having a charge, it must have a mass. It must have a mass. If something is having a charge, it must have a charge. Something having a charge, it must have a mass. Please note it down. And now we have to learn the simple properties. Now we have to learn the simple properties of charges. That what are these properties? So I am keeping this board here. So one of the most important concept which we have to learn is the quantization of charge. And the quantization of charge says that the net charge on a body is an integral multiple of the charge on an electron. So the net charge on any body is an integral multiple of the charge on an electron, right? So you can write this, where n is integer, right? You know that what is integer? That there is 1, and after that 1 there is 2. There is no 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. These are not available in integers. After 1 we are having 2. After 2 we are having 3. So this is step. So in steps only our charges will be increasing, right? So this is what is the meaning here. And the charge on one electron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay, this we already know. And now if somebody asks you that what is the, that how many, somebody asks you, right? And you have to find out. If somebody asks you that how many charges or how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb of charge. How many electrons are there in 1 coulomb of charge? If somebody is asking you, then how you are going to find out? It is very simple, because we know that the charge is already given to us, means this is already given to us, Q is already given to us, that is 1 coulomb. And the we already know that the charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So here what I have to find out, we have to find out N, and N is equals to Q by E, and Q is 1 coulomb, and this is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So I can say that this will be, I can keep that thing, I can write this as 10 to the power of 18. Why I am writing this, you will able to understand that why I am writing this. And I can write this as 1.6, and this is 16, and this will be 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. So this is the answer, and you have to note down. Please note down this. This is very important, and I want that you should remember this, that this is the value. Shall we move? Shall we move? Please take the screenshot of this, and we are now moving forward. We are done with the quantization of charge, right? Now, the first concept which I told you, the quantization of charge, usually 3 types of questions will come. First, they will be asking whether case 1, whether this charge is possible or not, whether this charge is possible or not. So this is the first type, charge possible or not possible. Okay, so first thing first, so this is very important. And now you might be getting like, if somebody asks you that is one charge is given to you, Q is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 16, right? Minus 16 coulomb, and somebody is telling you that will this charge exist or not, and you have to find out. And what will you do? You just have to check whether this is an integral multiple of the charge which you are having or not, right? So if this is an integral multiple of the charge on an electron, then this charge is possible. So for checking that, you just need to find out that N is equals to here Q by E, and if I'll replace this 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 16 and this 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, and I can say that I'll be getting an integral value. Why? Because this will goes up and I'll be getting 10 to the power of 3. So this is an integral value, right? Isn't it? Means 1000 is an integer, right? This is not in the decimal. So this charge is possible. So I'll be writing that this charge is possible. Now again, you might get a question like 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 27 coulomb. Now here you have to find out that will this charge possible or not. Now again you have to repeat the same process only. These are like SOPs, standard operating procedure, what you are following here. So N is equals to Q by E. Similarly, I can write this that N is equals to Q by E, and Q is equals to 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 27 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, and this will give me 10 to the power of 27, 9, 8, minus 8, and this is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8, and this is not possible. Not possible. Why this is not possible? Because this N is not an integral multiple of charge, right? The value of charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So whenever you are finding these types of question, whether this charge is possible or not, just you have to check whether N is an integral multiple of charge on electron, right? So this is very important, which you have to check. Please note it down. So this is the case 1, means I am telling you which types of questions might come in your exam. So this is one of the most important type which you might get in your mock whenever you are giving the mocks of APJ Academy. So mocks are very important because this will let you know that wherever you are going, whether your preparation is going good or not, and you are able to compare your preparation with others. Because in competitive exam, it doesn't matter how good you are. The thing that matter is that how others are good as compared to you, or how much you are good as compared to others, isn't it? So quantization of charge, case 1, charge is possible or not? Not possible, this is asking. So here you have to check whether N is an integral multiple of charge on electron or not, right? So next question. So let's solve next question. The next type. Next type is based on elements. So sometimes you have to find out the charges on element. Charges on elements. The positive charge, negative charge. So these types of questions might come in your exam. And after that, we will be finding the charges on molecules. So this is very important. Quantization of charge, the formula is very simple. Q is equals to Ne, and we are finding out that which types of questions might come in your exam. So case 2, charges on elements. So let's assume that if I am having a charge, I'll say that if I'm having a sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11 and the mass number of sodium is 23, and somebody is asking you that find out the positive and negative charges possessed by sodium. Somebody is asking you that find out the positive and negative charges possessed by this sodium. So here, can I found the number of protons? Yes, sir. The atomic number is itself telling us that what is the number of protons. So the number of protons here is 11. The number of electrons here is 11 because the complete element is neutral. So the number of protons and electrons are same. The number of neutrons here is 12. Number of neutrons here is 12. And now, if you have to find out the charge, positive charge, if you have to find out the positive charge, so positive charge will be, positive charge will be 11 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. And this is very important, means you can easily multiply any number with 11. You just have to keep the extreme numbers same and you have to add the numbers. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So you will be getting 17.6 here into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, right? So this is the positive charge, and I can say that this is the same charge. The negative charge will be same only. That's why the sodium atom is neutral. And if somebody is asking you that what is the positive and negative charges possessed by Na plus, if somebody is asking you about Na plus, then what you will do? Now you know that sodium positive charge, the proton will be 11 only, because number of protons will not get changed. Why it will get changed? It will not get changed until unless you are performing an nuclear reaction. तो अगर न्यूक्लियर रिएक्शन हम नहीं कर रहे हैं तब तक ये प्रोटॉन्स चेंज नहीं होंगे. तो प्रोटॉन हमारे पास कितने हैं? 11. और अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की बात करें तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हमारे पास कितने हैं? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कम हो जाएंगे, हमारे पास 10 हो जाएंगे. तो द पॉजिटिव चार्ज जो आपके पास है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज तो आपके पास उतना ही रहेगा हमारे पास, है ना. पॉजिटिव चार्ज तो हमारे पास इतना ही रहेगा 17.6 इंटू 10 टू द पावर ऑफ माइनस 19 कूलम. बट अगर हम बात करते हैं नेगेटिव चार्ज की, तो नेगेटिव चार्ज हमारे पास हो जाएगा 1.6 इंटू 10 टू द पावर ऑफ माइनस 19 कूलम. 16 10 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया ना, हमारे पास हो जाएगा 16.0 इंटू 10 टू द पावर माइनस 19. तो आपके पास नेट चार्ज कितना आ जाएगा? माइनस कर देंगे तो 1.6 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 19 आ जाएगा, माइनस 19. तो बस वो तो आप वैसे भी निकाल सकते हैं, जो प्लस चार्ज आपको दिख रहा है यहाँ पर डायरेक्टली हम निकालेंगे इसके बाद से. So this is how we are going to find out the charge on element. So this is the case 2. So if both these cases are clear to you, we can move forward towards the next case which we have to discuss. Okay. So these are done. This is done, this is done. Now let us solve a pattern where we will be given a molecule. So case 3, where a molecule is given to you, a certain quantity of molecule is given to you, then how you are going to find out the charge there. So imagine we have to find out a charge on 1 cup of water. Find the positive charge in 1 cup of water. So this is the question from NCERT. So if this is the question, find the positive charge in 1 cup of water. So you have to find out that how many positive charges are there in 1 cup of water. And imagine that we are having a molecule, which is H2O. And here, as you know, that the hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 816, right? So oxygen is 816. Now you can say that the number of protons the H2O is having, because since we are having 2 hydrogen, that means there will be 2 protons from hydrogen and 1 protons from this oxygen. So the number of protons which the water, 1 molecule of water is having is 10. The number of electrons which this 1 molecule of water is having, 10. And we are only concerned about protons and neutrons here, protons and electrons only. We are not concerned about the number of neutrons. Okay. So now this thing is clear to you. And here we have to find out the number of positive charges in 1 cup of water. Now, sir, we are here talking about only 1 molecule, but we have to find out that how many molecules are available in 1 cup of water. So we have to assume that what is the size of 1 cup, because it might differ according to the places. So we will be using some convention that 1 cup is equals to 250 gram. Now somebody will be saying, sir, please take this in liter because the water will be in liter. But for a simplicity purpose, I am only taking this as in grams, right? It doesn't change your answer. So if I am taking this thing, now I want some space. So shall I delete this part? I hope that this part is clear. If you haven't, then please take the screenshot, take the pause the video and take the screenshot. And I am removing these things because I require, I can remove all these things by using this box also. So this is done. Okay. Now finding the positive charge, we have to find out the positive charge, and I already told you that I'll be using only one formula, which is Q is equals to NE. So I'll be using only one formula, which is Q is equals to NE. So N and E. Now the problem here is that I do not know about that what is the value of N here, right? So N is the one molecule of H2O is having 10 number of protons. So the positive charge will be 10 into the number of molecules they are possessing. So the number of molecules into charge on electron, isn't it? And the number of molecules you can find out using Avogadro's number multiplied by number of moles that you must have studied in your chemistry into charge on electron. And the number of moles is given mass by molar mass. So this will be 10 into number of Avogadro's number into given mass by molar mass. This question is very important because many a time student fails to analyze that what we have to do in this question, right? So we have to find out the positive charge in 1 cup of water. This is the question from electric charges and field chapter of class 12, chapter 1, right? Physics chapter 1. And this is also very important for your NEET physics. So positive charge Ne, and I told you that 10 into number of molecules into E, 10 into Na into number of moles into E, 10 into Na into given mass by molar mass into E. And now you just have to substitute the value here. So 10 here, Na is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23, and given mass is 250 gram that we are assuming, and the molar mass of H2O you already know that this is 18. Why 18? The mass of hydrogen is 1 into 2, and the mass of oxygen is 16. So mass will be 18. And here 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay, and you can solve this question and find out the answer. So this is what we will be doing. I hope that this thing is clear to you, my dear. Right? So we had done all the types of questions which might come in your exam about the quantization of charge, right? So shall we move? Yes. Now we are moving forward, and now we are coming towards the Coulomb's law. Very, very important law. The Coulomb's law says that the charges, if two charges Q1 and Q2, and if they are separated by a distance r, the net force acting on these two charges is k times Q1 Q2 by r square. And what is the value of k? Basically, k is not a constant here. K varies according to the medium in which we are keeping these charges, also according to the system of units which we are taking. So k is not constant here. This is known as Coulomb's constant, and k is 9 into 10 to the power of 9, and you can find out the values here, that this is Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So this is the value of k. Right? This is the value of k, and k itself is having some other values, which is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. And what is epsilon naught here? This is the permittivity. Permittivity shows permission, that how much permission is there for the attraction and repulsion of these two charges, whether these two charges are free for the attraction or whether these have to do some work for their attraction, right? So this is epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. And keep remember one thing, that permittivity means the permission which the medium is allowing them. So epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. So epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. So this is F1, this is F2, and they are separated by an angle theta. So this is the angle which they are making. And if we have to find out the net force acting on this, then the net force will be F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta, right? So this is the force, the net force which is acting on this body. So this is very important for you, and the net force will be somewhere in between them, and that might be making some angle from here. Assume that this angle is alpha, then you must be knowing that what is the value of this alpha. Sometimes you have to find out. So this tan alpha is F2 sin theta, and F1 plus F2 cos theta. So I'll be using only 3 formulas, and I'll show you that how to approach each and every numerical related to the Coulomb's law. I'll not use any other formula for solving these types of questions. So first formula is F is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R square. Second formula is F net is equals to F1 square F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. The third one is tan alpha is equals to F2 sin theta plus upon me F1 plus F2 cos theta. So these are the things which I'll be using. Okay, shall we move? Shall we move? Please note it down. This is the Coulomb's law which I told you. This is the Coulomb's law. Which I told you. Right, now we are moving forward. Let's solve one question. These types of questions are very important. Sometimes you have to find out that where is the point, where is the location where the net force is 0. We have already solved these types of questions when we are in class 11th, isn't it? Arey, yaad karo gravitational chapter. In gravitational chapter, we had solved these types of questions where we have to find out the location where the net gravitational force is 0. Now here in this chapter, we have to find out the location where the net charge, the net force acting is 0. And assume that there are two charges Q and minus 3Q, right? But before this, I want to tell you one concept which is very important. So the concept is, assume that there are same charges We are talking about two charges only. This one is plus and this one is also plus. So this one is q1. Let's say that this charge is q1, this charge is q2. They are separated by a distance of r. And assume that we are coming here. We have to find out a particular value in between them where the net force is 0. So if I'll stand here and I'll assume that there is charge q3 and I'll assume that the magnitude is q3 and the sign for the charge is plus, this is plus, this is plus. So these two charges will repel each other. So this force, this q1 will be applying a force on q3 in this direction. So the force on q3 due to 1 is in this direction. And the force on 3 due to this q2 will be in this direction. So these are the directions of the forces, and we know that these two directions are in opposite direction. So they might cancel out each other, isn't it? So if they are cancelling each other, I can assume that if this is the distance x here, so this will be r minus x, right? So I'll find out that what is the value of f31, and this will be k q1 q3 divided by x square, and this will be k q2 q3 divided by r minus x ka whole square. So these are the values, and I'll equate those values, because if net force is 0 at this point, then these two things must be equal, isn't it? These must be equal. If there is null point, these must be equal. So I can say that k q1 q3 divided by x square is equals to k q2 q3 divided by r minus x ka whole square. Right? I can cancel out this q, I can cancel out this q3, and I can say that q1 by q2 is equals to x square by r minus x ka whole square. And I can say that this is r1 and this is r2. So I can say that this will be r1, this will be r2. Or you can say that r1 by r2 is equals to q1 by q2. And where is r1 is the point, is your null point, right? If sorry, पता नहीं वो एकदम से हाथ लग गया तो उसकी वजह से हो गया, ठीक है। एंड हमने कहाँ तक कर लिया था, लेट्स मूव, ये हमने कर लिया था, यस वी वर देयर, ओके सब कुछ चला गया, शिट। आई वॉज टेलिंग यू द कॉन्सेप्ट, राइट, आई वॉज टेलिंग यू कि भाई कॉन्सेप्ट हमारे पास है कि पॉजिटिव चार्ज इधर है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज इधर है, और अगर ये q1 है, ये q2 हमारे पास है, and there is some point P here, and if I'll place one charge q3 here, and if the distance of that charge from here is r1 and the distance from here is r3 r2, you can write this r1 by r2 is equals to under root q1 by q2. So this is the shortcut trick which we will be using. This is the shortcut which we will be using, isn't it, for solving the questions like this. And if I'll be having different charges, if I'll be having positive charge here and negative charge here, and they are separated by a distance r, then can you find out any point in between these two charges where the net force is 0? Can you find out? Please do let me know. क्या भाई ऐसा कोई चीज हो सकती है, क्या कोई ऐसा पॉइंट इनके बीच में हो सकता है कि अगर मैंने यहाँ पे माना कि ये मेरे पास q1 है, ये मेरे पास q2 है, और ये मेरे पास q3 है, ये सारे चार्जेस क्या है मेरे पास पॉजिटिव 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 है, और यहाँ पे मैंने पॉजिटिव चार्ज रखा है, तो क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि इस पर जीरो फोर्स हो जाए? इज इट पॉसिबल दैट इट माइट हैव अ जीरो फोर्स, इट विल बी एक्सपीरियंसिंग अ जीरो फोर्स? कैन इट हैपन? This is positive charge, this is positive charge, and if these two charges are positive, then we know that The force due to this will be in this direction, and the force due to this will be in this direction, and these two forces will be in the same direction. So there will not be any point, in between these two charges where the forces are equal, right? So F can't be equals to 0 in between these lines. So where it will be? It will be either this side or either this side, either this side or either this side, and that side will be decided by charges, right? It will be near to the smaller charge. Write down. Near to the smaller charge. So this is the concept which I have to tell you, and please note it down, and using that concept I will be solving this question, right? So let's remove this thing and check this. Two charges Q1 and Q2, okay, first charge is positive and the other charge is negative. So this is Q, this is minus 3Q, and they are separated by a distance of D. They are separated by a distance of D. Now you have to find out at which will be the location where you will be placing a charge 2Q so that it will not experience any force. So I know that I will be placing that charge at this side. Why? Because this charge must be placed near to the smaller charge, and this is a smaller charge. That's why I'll keep my charge 2Q here. And if I'll assume that this is the distance R1 and this is the distance R2, so I better know that R1 by R2 will be equals to under root Q1 by Q2. This is the charge Q, this is the charge 3Q. So I'll say that my charge will be Q by 3Q. Then I can say that it will be 1 by 3, isn't it? The R1 will be, I do not know, so I can take this as X. R1 is equals to X and R2 is equals to D plus X. So I can write this as X upon D plus X is equals to 1 by root 3, right? So if I'll solve this, I'll be getting root 3x is equals to D plus X, and I'll be here. So that will be root 3 minus of 1 x is equals to D. So x is equals to D upon root 3 minus of 1. So this is my position from here where I'll be keeping that charge 2Q, right? This is very simple and pretty straightforward. Shortcut for NEET I already told you. Now these are the questions which you have to solve. Let's solve this question using the trick which we had studied. So there are 2 point charges 2 and 8, and they are placed 12 centimeter apart. What will be the position of the point where the electric field intensity will be 0? So I know that these two charges are positive. So R1 by R2 will be equals to this thing, right? So I can say that if I'll assume that the distance from the smaller charge will be x, so I can say that x 12 minus of x is equals to 1 upon 4 and root of that. So I'll be getting 1 upon 2. So that will be 2x is equals to 12 minus of x. So I'll be getting 3x is equals to 12 and x is equals to 4 centimeter, and 4 centimeter from where? 2, because I am taking this distance. So 4 centimeter from 2. So this is my answer. See how quickly I can find out the answer. Let's solve another question. Now this is the question which you are having, and look at this question. The question says that 2 point charges. Again you have to do this thing. Both of these charges are positive, so I know, and these charges are replaced. The distance between these charges are 6a. So I can say that x upon 6a minus of x is equals to q upon 1 by 4, and root of that is 1 by 2. So I'll be getting 2x is equals to 6a minus of x, 3x is equals to 6a, and x is equals to 2a. And 2a from where? 2a from q. So 2a from q, right? Let's move. Let's move, my future doctor. And this is how you will become a doctor, right? Next, there is another question, and in this question what we are given two charges, and these two charges are opposite to each other. So I know that the point where I'll be keeping the other charge will be at this side, right? So they are placed 8 centimeter apart, and now I'll assuming this distance as x, and you have to find out that where will be the electric field. Intensity will be 0. The concept will be same, right? This is asking about the electric field intensity. That's why there is no charge given to us. Electric field is similar to that force. The concept is similar. Now I know that x upon 8 plus x will be equals to under root, right, 9 upon 16. So I can write this as 3 by 4, right? So I can say that 4x is equals to, it's 24 plus x. So I can say that 3x is equals to 24 and 8 centimeter. So 8 centimeter I'll be getting from 9. Did we make a mistake? X from here 3 by 4, right? So this is 4x and this is 24 plus 3x. Okay, we make a mistake here, a little mistake. So this must be 3x. So if this is 3x, then x is equals to 24. So x is equals to 24 and from 9. So this is the answer, right? In calculation we did some mistake, silly mistake, I will be saying a blunder mistake. So we are getting our answer quickly here using the same concept, but we know that electric field will be 0 after that charge. This is your homework. This question is your homework. You have to attempt this question, and this is from NCERT exemplar, and these are the electric field lines shown to you. And this is the concept which we will be discussing in the future class, but I want you that you please solve this question, and this question is very important for your NEET exam, as well as if you are preparing for your school exam. And if you are serious about NEET exam, then you have to consider the serious resources which you have to follow. And this, we are here to help you to crack the toughest exam, which is NEET. Subscribe this YouTube channel, because on this YouTube channel, we are providing regular classes for your NEET exam, the physics, chemistry, bio. So all these three subjects are, we are covering all these three subjects. So please, this is the full year course which we are providing. So complete study material, we are providing personal doubt solving session, full length test, assignment and DPPs, and 100% confidence guarantee what we are ensuring. And currently the discount which is running on is enormous, because we are providing a quality content at rupees 490 only. Nobody in this world will provide you a quality education at this price, rupees 490 only. And even that with a personal doubt clearing session, mentorship program for each and every student, you will be getting a regular sessions on Google Meet, right? So these are some questions which we will do later on. So these are the payment methods which you can use. All online payment methods are available, plus you can buy these things in parts as well. That means that if you want only the study materials, you can purchase that. If you only want test series, you can purchase that. If you only want question bank, you can purchase that. If you only want crash course access or the assignment access, you can purchase those things, right? So please use this opportunity to get the complete access of our JEE and NEET course at rupees 490 only. And please support this channel by sharing the videos with your friends, because sharing is caring, and if you are not sharing, then how we will grow and how we will be able to provide a quality education to the masses of India. So please support this channel and hit the like button if you like the session. I shared a pretty good trick for your NEET exam, and I'll be solving multiple previous year questions for you guys. So remember this thing, that currently enormous discount is going on. If you want to crack NEET exam, you can go for this offer, right? At rupees 490 only, you are getting the complete access and personal one-to-one doubt clearing sessions are also available. So if you have doubt in this session, please let me know. Please do let me know, and each and everything is provided to you in the description section. So if you have any doubt, you can go in the description and check how to get the access of our course. So till then, bye bye, and we'll meet again in the future. So do not forget to subscribe this YouTube channel, which is APJ NEET. Bye bye.